all the mechanics of the game. And yeah, so any travel method will be allowed. Clusters, random clusters. Clusters are fine. Advanced neighbors off. So that means I can expand. Endgame crisis on. This controls whether endgame crises are allowed to appear in your game. And Iron Man mode is going to be off because I probably am going to use a bunch of cheats. Now I wonder, will the endgame crisis is going to be strong enough? If I go with the normal difficulty, I'm unsure. But probably we won't even reach the endgame crisis on a huge 1000 stars. Setting. And so let us begin.
Welcome, Commissary General. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence developed under utmost secrecy by the military. High Command has activated me to serve as your advisor and strategic analyst. Let's not be hasty.
I'm going to turn him off because it's actually super useful for somebody who doesn't know how to play this game, because it actually explains a lot. But unfortunately it would just kind of be meddling with my ability to speak and your ability to understand what I'm speaking, while the robot is constantly explaining things that I click. So if I would click on a planet, the robot would kind of go explaining what exactly this is and how this may or may not have anything to do with your gameplay, and so on. So I played using a robot the first game, like the first maybe an hour, and it kind of explained everything to me. I'm sure it had to say a lot more, but I'm probably just gonna try and learn this on the go. So this is where we are right now, as you can see. I was kind of hoping to end up somewhere in the corner, but unfortunately this is where we're gonna be, and I wanted to end up in the corner so that I wouldn't be surrounded by everybody. We currently have no contacts with anybody. I should probably change my name and have a name Twitter first, because I can't see the full name, but I won't be able to see the Twitter word too, so it's just probably have to stay like this for the time being. I'm sure the last letter wouldn't show up anyway. And currently we haven't gone in contact with anybody else. Our situation log is right there. Commentator: AndYouLeftTheGame was elected on a platform of increasing research output by building research stations in orbit around suitable planets. Victory: domination victory, conquest victory, federation victory. Alright. Now I'm going to start with technology. So we mostly have like 3 choices, but it can go up. It's based on research and other things. And now I have to choose. For example, what would I need at the beginning of the game? And I'm gonna go with a bunch of solar panels that I could build close to my planets in the orbit. Then We could increase our naval capacity, reduce an army upkeep. Armies are not that expensive as far as I know, so it's kind of fine, but naval capacity, I'm sure that we should increase that. Engineering. This should unlock a spaceport level 2, and I think that's important. So we're gonna go with that. In order for us to research, these resources are used. So physics for physics, society research for society, and engineering research for engineering. And we have to build these in their respective tiles on the planet. So as you can see in U2 Planet 1, there are already people living, and these people look very much like Earth, because they look like they're from different parts of Earth. We have to continuously clear all kinds of tiles, and there's this one thing that isn't in the game, but you can use it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that we finally got into space. The planet is controlled mostly by police, military, politics, spiritual world. So pretty much it's a religious house, it's a police house, there's a military house, there's a political house, and you as a human don't have a choice, so you have to pay, and you have to pay more, and you have to give to the world. You can call it to the world, whatever the world needs or asks from you. So in this case, we'll go with energy. So as you can see, instantaneously, I've got 5,000 energy credits. Then we'll go with minerals. And I added 5,000 minerals. Food can only go up to 200. So we'll probably have to increase that once in a while. Food is consumed by the populations. So we can see them right there in the planet summary. If the food goes down, I'm sure the unhappiness starts to spread and reduce our ability to control the region, like rebellions will spawn and whatnot. We will lose the planet if people are going to be super unhappy. But currently the police state, spiritualist world, and the fact that this is the only world that we currently have in its capital, we have like minus 40. Obviously the skill of planet governor gives us even additional minus 5 towards the unrest. Probably that's really useful if we conquered planets with other species on them, aliens, and they will be controlled by our police presence, spiritual presence, and militaristic presence. Now, what we have to do first is I'm going to build myself another construction ship and another science lab first. Then I'm going to send my science ship to explore. So first we're gonna start with our surroundings. We're gonna survey the system, and then we're gonna survey all other planets in our sphere. So the way it works is that you select the ship, the science ship, and then you press survey the system that you, for example, currently are. Then you press shift, and while holding shift you can issue multiple orders. If you don't hold shift, then you'll have to do this manually always. So that's a good thing to note when you play this game. When we find the necessary things, for example, Salam may produce us something, anything, then we can just build stations that would extract those minerals or benefits for us. Then we currently, as you can see, have only one planet, U2 Planet 1. It's a continental world. Then policies and edicts. We have unrestricted wars. Food stockpiling is minimal. But we'll go with large. I don't see why we wouldn't go with large actually. Then I could just add some more food, and we have to see ourselves as some kind of a new world, kind of, you know, people living in a continental world. They like they produce things, tools and whatnot, and but we are a sort of a space beings. We colonize other planets, we fight aliens, we build structures in space and so on. So like the people in Earth are supplying us with humans, with tools, with materials and so on and so forth. So we just kind of farm people on Earth.
Tile blocker cleared. Construction complete.
So that we could be very important and capable of, you know, surviving in space, because eventually the aliens would just show up here and then they would invade the planet. I'm looking for my other science ship now. I'll place him in here. Okay, so my second science ship could go and try to examine the planets that are requires a scientist, that are outside of our sphere. Research speed plus 10%. Materials, research speed, biology,